Before we get into this video, just a quick note on social media. This trail that we're about to talk about wouldn't be possible if it were not for the use of social media. You can see here the Prince George Area Hiking Facebook page, which is a great collection of lots of discussion around northern BC, great hiking trails and places to backpack. Over 20,000 members there. Of course, I have my YouTube channel, Tesla Backcountry Prince. We had a subscriber to the channel reach out, talk about this trail, how he had used it about 20 or 30 years ago. And so there's lots of negativity around social media, but this is a great story showing when you do share information, you can actually resurrect things from the past that have been long lost. We have a fair number of social media people in the area sharing information. Of course, my great friend Gerald, Trekking with Taz, his YouTube channel. We also have Mike Nash, from the Caledonia Ramblers from years ago. He's created a number of books in the area. He's been interviewed many times. His channel is PG Outdoors. Definitely check that out. A rich resource of information. But we also have Dead Pine Outdoor Education, a school teacher here in Prince George who educates people in the backcountry, trapping, that kind of thing. And we also have, of course, very popular Cabin River Outdoors. He's an off-grid guy who's in our general region, great channel, and anyways, just a lot of good stuff out there. So with all the negativity around social media, I just thought I'd point this out. The following trail was actually cut out by Otto Eldon in the 1940s, so the credit goes to him for this as we learn the history of this old donkey trail.
Imagine a trail lost in time. An old donkey trail, used by horsemen and outfitters, to access beautiful lakes and mountain vistas. TNT Adventures took up the challenge to restore this piece of history. Looking for a way into these alpine lakes, Gerald and Mark pushed their way through thick brush and steep rocks to find a way to share this route with all who desire its riches. Our adventurers discovered a vast amount of knowledge on this multi-day journey into the Lemoray Lakes and mountain vistas. And now they bring that knowledge in open source fashion for all to enjoy. Join us for this adventure to share in its reward.
So when you get to Heart Lake and you see the provincial park sign, you just turn on into the park, drive about 1.2 kilometers and just stick to the left and you'll see a side road that goes towards Mountain Creek. And you'll know because there's the avalanche sign there, and the road does get a little bit rough with some big water potholes. Trail. Road that you drive down to park at the, what we would call sort of trailhead or train tracks, whatever. These are the conditions of the road. So once you turn off onto this side road heading towards Mountain Creek, it's about a 3-kilometer drive. The road is somewhat rough, but not really muddy. It's more a gravelly road, rocky road. with a lot of water potholes. Just drive slowly. But we did drive both with SUV, all-wheel drive SUV and 4x4 truck, and it's slow going, but you can get there okay. Just take your time. And you just park at the very end. The last section, there's like a little house with an antenna. You can park there, but another, I don't know, 50 meters, 100 meters, you get to the very end. It's a little bit rougher there, but not too big of a deal. But it's a bit more muddy at the last 50 meters. But there is a parking spot there where you can turn around, and you're right at Mountain Creek and right at the train bridge.
It took 5.
Took us 5 minutes, and we were here in the Pine Pass, and of course Pine is the last part of Porcupine, and so to stop the porcupines from destroying the vehicle, train machines up there in the tracks. Alright, so we're here at Mountain Creek. So right there, that mountain, and right in the middle groove there, that's Cosmic Falls. People ice climb there. I have a video showing Cosmic Falls from the summer. And now we are about to head down the trail that we have cut out to try to do a multi-day and enjoy it. Somewhere up on top of that mountain, behind it, is where we're headed. Alright, Gerald had put this pink one, a couple pink ones here. Now you can see it from a distance. This is where we enter the forest, and the new trail and the new hike becomes real. Here we go. Hey, look, that's a hiking trail. Love it. Alright, so in the next few video clips here, you're going to see us just clearing a bit more of the trail, but this is our multi-day trip. The first 3 to 4 kilometers is pretty flat in the lower area before you hit the mountain base. Then you start climbing up through some mountain terrain where you have lots of Devil's Club, different shrubbery and whatnot. We did try to claw it back, but obviously it's going to be seasonal. Easier hiking up through the spring and the fall when the Devil's Club isn't so grown in and the brush is so thick. But also, once you get up to the meadow, the grass is pretty tall in the summer, but you'll see in the clips eventually. What we ended up doing is we went up to the first ridge, and it was just terrible going on the ridge. We didn't know that there was like an old horse trail there, and on the last day coming out, we've kind of found it on the back side of that ridge. It's much better going coming down on that route, but you'll see the whole experience. So we went up the ridge, lined up some very steep rocky cliffs, kind of, I don't know if you call it cliffs, but you know, pretty steep section. Wouldn't advise going to that face of that ridge. And once we went up on the ridge, you're looking down in the 3 lakes from there, and it wasn't too bad going into the lakes. But you'll see more of that in the clips ahead. Up open to a little meadow spot. So we're following a game trail this way. Let's see if it takes us up the mountain or what. All right, everyone. So just to point out a few things. So down here in the bottom of the middle of the screen is the meadow that we entered. And the trail's cut fairly decently up to this meadow. After that, there's sort of the odd game trail, horse trail, as you go up and down. But let's talk about that. So on the way up, that's the green track. It is a green track, and this is the way we went. And it was pretty tough going up the brush up here, and even on the ridge here is terrible. We did find the horse trail right where the two more or less intersect, and there's some ribbons there. We put up some new ones, and in fact, where both of these intersect, the horse trail actually goes down here, the red route, and we found that on the way down. So on the way up, this was pretty terrible going up, but if you follow the red track from the meadow, there's a little bit of fighting in the meadow here with some willows, trees, and stuff like that. But once you get here, right around this area, there's a pretty good horse trail that goes right up the mountain, right up the ridge, right to this ribbon. And there are some ribbons that follow this green section, but ignore all that. We put some fresh ribbons down this way that go down the valley, and they follow this creek bed up, and that's a really well worn trail all the way up this gully, all the way up here, and more or less all the way to the lake. So you want to take the red track from the meadows. That's the right way to go. When we took the green track, you'll see as we go up, we went up here. It was terrible bushwhacking. We got sort of these rocky cliffs. Really not a good spot to be here. So I just wanted to point that out. Follow the red track, the one that goes down sort of the creek gully, follows this horse trail for most of it. I mean, it does fade in and out, but it's your best bet, and it gets you there pretty quick into the meadows. One more quick mention, you'll see the yellow line I painted there on the map. That's more than likely the way the horse trail went to connect down into the bottom gully. So instead of going straight down, just kind of go on an angle there, probably save yourself a little bit of a hassle.
Are we at the side of the ridge? Looking pretty steep. You can see the crest of the ridge there. Come a fair way up. Another 15-20 minutes. So our climb came to here. There's kind of a bench here. A little bit of a incline to the ridge over there. The ridge looks. So we're on the ridge. We found what we believe is the horse trail and a ribbon on the ground. So we tied it back onto the tree, created a waypoint. There's another ribbon. There we go. There we go. We are on the horse trail. All right. We're just adding a few of our ribbons. Trail's quite overgrown up here, but at least it is a trail. You can see the old timer's ribbon right there. All right, we lost the horse trail there, and we're making our way up into this lighter brush. Oh, big ridge straight ahead. Popping out to some kind of upper meadows close to the ridge. I don't like what I'm seeing up there.
So you cross them, is that what you're doing?
Try. The willows are too thick. All right. The edge of the kind of cliffs. Hopefully we'll find a way up this madness. And see the canyon trail down there. Pretty sure the worst is behind us. Yep.
So this lake stops, right?
And see
You're right, this looks like
one lake through there.
a pretty decent way down. So I think you made a good call.
All right, Middle Lake is somewhere that way, and we're on a game trail here following the side of the meadow. You can see there's water in there. Getting closer. And we're at the lake. Somewhere there. There we go. Whew. We're gonna
We can make this work.
go over there because there's trees to protect it. Here's a bit more windy. Alright, how are we doing here? Kind of soggy. Back in here. Yeah, it's better. Well, we got our bed set up, tent set up, inReach is there. Time to send a message to the wife, let her know I'm not dead. And this is our view for the night. Lemoray Lake. There tomorrow, look at the view. Maybe go up there, take a look at the view. That's what I'm thinking. All right. Before we go to bed, we'll put everything inside.
Oh, I should send.
But for now, I take my bear spray out of the pack, and I have a little in my hip sack here, little belt. So anytime I'm away from my pack, I can grab my bear spray, and then I hook my inReach onto this clip, so I have emergency stuff on me. But here we go. Got my Sawyer squeeze. And we're going to fill her up with water. There you go. I need to get this on better. Nothing like a nice campfire to finish off the evening. Down the lake. Sky's blue up there. Camp is all set up. Well, it is time to get ready for bed. It's about 11 p.m.
Tell you twice, eh?
Nope.
Go on, he says.
Going with the wind. And I'm leaving nothing outside the tent because I don't want porcupines or other things going to attract the animals. There we go. Into our pallet.
Thanks for joining us on day one. Hope you enjoyed the information presented here. Please stick around for the next few episodes, day 2 and 3. Day 2, we head up the mountaintop summit, walk around the entire area up there, find a few cairns and excellent views, and walk around to the different lakes. And on day 3, of course, we head out on the better trail, which you will see on that video. Anyways, catch you on the next one. Thanks.